There is a whole range of different customer needs. For example, when we reach into our pocket and order an Uber taxi, this is driven by the need to go from A to B. Similarly, we may call for a pizza delivery, and again, this is driven by our need to satisfy hunger. The list is endless. We've categorized the types of customer needs and divided them into two categories: product needs and service needs. Product needs. Functionality. Question: given the choice, will your customer A, invest in a product or service that does half a job and may not even solve their problem, or B, buy a product or service that will tick all the boxes? No prizes for the right answer there. Customers need your product or service to function exactly the way they need it to rectify an issue or fulfill their desire. Price. Whether it's $20 or $2,000, more often than not, buyers will be working on the constraints of a budget. Remember, your customer will have a price point they won't be able to surpass, so price accordingly. Compatibility. Always ensure your product or service is compatible with your existing products on offer. For example, when Xbox released its Xbox One console, a list of backward compatible titles from the previous console was released, meaning gamers could continue to enjoy their old favourites. In doing so, you'll keep your customers happy and reduce the likelihood of them switching allegiances to your competitor. Efficiency. Let's face the facts, we're all impatient and your customers are no different when looking for a product or service. They'll always be attracted to a product or service that offers immediate gratification. Performance. Nobody would visit a car showroom and buy a top-of-the-range Mercedes with square wheels. After all, why buy the undrivable car? Similarly, your product or service needs to fulfill the duties required by the customer so they can achieve their goals. Reliability. Sticking to the car motif, ever wondered why so many people buy Volkswagen cars? One word: reliability. Products or services need to perform reliably as advertised whenever the customer uses them. Anything else doesn't meet the customer's needs, and that won't cut the mustard. Design. A product could have every feature on God's green earth, but if it's lacking aesthetically, chances are it won't perform to its optimum potential. When designing your product, always put usability at the forefront of your mind, because if it's awkward to use, there's a strong possibility this will impact the customer experience and they could seek further solutions elsewhere, rather than give you a chance to redeem yourself. Experience. Never overcomplicate things as far as using your product or service is concerned. Remember, the customer has brought your product to simplify matters, not make things harder. Convenience. Your customers are always looking for the most convenient solution to their problem. If they want to jump through hoops, they'd have joined the circus. Offer a practical solution to their problem. They'll be grateful for it. Service needs. Accessibility. Nobody wants to constantly hear a pre-recorded message when calling customer service teams. It's irritating and sends out all the wrong signals. You need to make your customer service support teams accessible, even if this means having multiple ways whereby they can get in touch with you, including chatbots, customer service numbers, and so forth. Remember, word of mouth can make or break your company's reputation. And if your existing customers turn the air blue if you're not accessible, they'll make their voices heard. Empathy. Let's be positive and assume your customers won't have any trouble at all contacting you. Top tip: people getting in touch with customer support aren't calling for a chat. They have a problem. So if they're disappointed or express dismay for whatever reason, show empathy and understanding when providing help. Be fair. Nobody likes being ripped off. Ever. So, when you're pricing your product or setting out terms of a customer contract, don't be sneaky or sly. It's not big, it's not clever, and you'll only wind up booking your customers a first-class, all-expenses-paid trip to your nearest rival. Be clear. Similarly, we can't say how important it is to be crystal clear with your customers. For example, if their cell phone tariff is set to increase by a couple of dollars, don't spring a surprise on them when they open their next bill. Pick up the phone and let them know. They'll appreciate your honesty, and it will only do good for your reputation. Control. Everyone likes to feel some level of control, and customers are no different when it comes to business interactions. Customers should feel empowered from start to finish and well after the sales. Make it easy for them to return products they don't find satisfactory. Play around with the terms and change subscriptions, and you'll have a customer for life. Options. Consumers need options. After all, variety is the spice of life. Make sure you offer variety in the form of products, features, subscriptions, and the way your customers can pay. Information. Ever been in a scenario whereby you're totally out of the loop? If you haven't, you're not missing out. It sucks. If you have, You'll know what we're talking about, and you shouldn't subject your customers to the same treatment. When people know about what they're buying, this inspires trust. A relationship with no trust holds no credence, and sooner or later, you'll shoot yourself in the foot. Publish content geared to providing your customers useful information they can use to make informed buying decisions and get the most from their purchases. Blogs, instructional videos, downloadable brochures, they're all useful resources that'll improve your overall service. What are the most common customer needs? We've unleashed a hell of a lot of examples onto your plate, but don't panic. Not every single one of the affirmation customer needs will be particularly applicable to your circumstances. To round off, here's a bite-sized list of the most common customer needs: price, reliability and sustainability, risk reduction, usability and convenience, transparency, control, empathy, and information.